first. Sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, waking up this morning, temperatures are a little bit chilly into the 30s, so that winter jacket might be needed for the day today, but it will be put away as the rest of the week progresses. We're going to continue to see our temperatures into the 30s this morning. Gradually, those snow showers are going to taper off. In fact, most of them have tapered off and moved off to our east. Heading throughout the rest of the day, we could still see some rain showers throughout the day, and our temperatures get into the 40s. The details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News this morning continues right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News this morning.
Good morning, Mid-Michigan. It's Thursday, April 10th. I'm Jorma Duran. Megan has the day off. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories. A large group of workers and community members from right here in Michigan are heading to the nation's capital today, where they plan to rally and demand Congress say no to any more tax breaks for billionaires and corporations. 6 News has learned they will be joining the group Fair Share America and other organizations at noon, and will also meet with representatives to demand for tax fairness for, quote, hardworking families. In the meantime, the U.S. House is scheduled to vote on a budget bill today that includes massive tax breaks, partially offset by spending cuts. Republicans say the bill is necessary, while Democrats argue it will only hurt American families. Basil John is here for you now with both sides.
This is a lousy budget.
It's unconscionable.
It's infuriating.
House Democrats pushed back against the Republicans' budget plan to advance President Donald Trump's agenda. Massachusetts Democratic Congressman Jim McGovern says the budget hurts working families.
Republicans have succeeded in putting together a Marie Antoinette budget, helping the richest of the rich while hurting the poorest of the poor. Let them eat cake.
The budget extends the president's 2017 tax cuts, includes billions for immigration enforcement and the military, and calls for major federal spending cuts. Rhode Island Democratic Congressman Seth Magaziner criticized his GOP colleagues.
They are just giving the executive branch all of the powers that the Constitution had originally given to the Congress.
But Republicans defended the plan, saying President Trump's America First agenda will help the American people.
It will provide funding for border security, provide for our national defense, and restore American energy independence.
North Carolina Republican Congresswoman Virginia Foxx defended the Trump tax cuts, saying they repair the damage done by the Biden administration.
Americans are still experiencing high prices because we're still recovering from Bidenomics.
But New York Democratic Congressman Pat Ryan argues these tax cuts only help billionaires.
This budget is about giving them more power and profit, and everyone else is going to pay for it.
House and Senate Republicans are still divided by trillions of dollars over how much to reduce federal spending in the budget process. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Staying on Capitol Hill, Governor Gretchen Whitmer was in the Oval Office and spoke with President Trump about the damage caused by the northern Michigan ice storm, possible investments in military bases, the impact of tariffs on Michigan's industries, and the importance of keeping the Great Lakes clean and safe.
We're honored to have Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, great state of Michigan, and she's really done an excellent job and a very good person. And we're working on the Selfridge, as you know, the air base.
The governor's office says the press conference during her Oval Office visit came as a surprise, and her presence does not imply any endorsement of the policy announcements Trump made while speaking with reporters. Now, this meeting with the president came after she delivered her Build America Build speech, where she laid out her vision to work with both parties and federal officials to build America's manufacturing industry. Michigan's Pete Hoekstra has been confirmed as the U.S. Ambassador of Canada after receiving bipartisan support from the U.S. Senate. He was confirmed with a 60-37 vote from the U.S. Senate yesterday. Hoekstra was serving as the head of the Michigan Republican Party when President Trump nominated him in November for that role. He was against Elissa Slotkin in the race for U.S. Senate, but despite being opponents, Senator Slotkin voted in favor of confirming Hoekstra as ambassador to Canada. In a statement, the senator acknowledged that she and Hoekstra disagree on many issues, but she says she voted in his favor and hopes that his firsthand knowledge of Michigan's economy will help minimize the impact of the tariffs on Canada. She also applauded Hoekstra's commitment to open communication. He previously served as ambassador to the Netherlands during the first Trump administration. The Michigan Department of Education is now at odds with the Federal Department of Education over millions of dollars in cuts to schools trying to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. The spread of COVID-19 led to many changes and interruptions to normal schooling for millions of kids. And so after the pandemic, the federal government approved funding to help school districts make up that gap in education. But last Tuesday, the U.S. Education Department cut the rest of that funding off. And so the state education department is now calling on the federal government to honor its $40 million commitment to 27 school districts in our state. $17 million of that money is still outstanding. State officials tell 6 News they're also worried the federal government might even try to get the $23 million back that was already provided.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, this morning we were greeted by some snow showers and even some rain showers. Those have since moved to the east, but we're still left with a little some soggy conditions in the forecast for today. Take a look at our temperatures. They are a little bit chilly this morning, around 32 degrees in Hillsdale, 33 in Jackson and Mason and Lansing, 34 degrees in Charlotte. Satellite radar shows most of those rain and snow showers pushing to the east. Eventually we will see some cloudy skies sticking in the forecast. Unfortunately, I can't rule out maybe a stray rain shower or even flurry throughout the day today. So it's just going to be that cold, damp and dreary day overall. Perfect hot chocolate or even soup weather. One of my favorite days of the week is when I can have a nice bowl of soup. As we head into the afternoon, temperatures will be warming up into the 40s. Eventually we will see the green paw return to the forecast. I think that we'll continue to see the yellow paw throughout the afternoon. That is just until those temperatures start to warm up a little bit higher from that freezing mark. So if you're heading outside, you're probably going to want that rain jacket or even just something to keep warm, as it is a little bit chilly out there this morning. And you might want to take time to dust off the car, as you might have a little bit of some snow on it.
That's very right. All right, we appreciate it. Well, coming up, a drain project will soon begin in Delta Township, and it's not going to be cheap. We'll have more details about it in our What's on the Web segment.